And yes, this is being recorded as we speak for the YouTube. So say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. But yes, and if anyone's new, hello. For Manhwa Mondays, if you guys are new, once again, we do it every Monday. We talk about manhwas. We watch manhwa reads by AI, and then we give it 30 minutes to see if it's really worth the vibe or if it's not. And then we find out the title after, because sometimes the title can give away the story or make you not want to read it because it sounds like it's too weird. So we try not to judge a book by its cover, and we read the story, see how it is, and then we go for further there. But yeah, so if you're watching this on the YouTube, hit the like and subscribe if you want to see this, and then watch it live on the Twitch with us if you feel free to on Miss MatchaBlossom. Twitch.tv at Ms. MatchaBlossom. I don't know why I said it that way, but I did. But let's get started. I don't want no one judging my tabs right now. Absolutely not. So for Manhwa Monday, that is what we have. So let's see. We're going to go into it. I have a whole list of them. Some we've already seen, of course. But let me go into it. Let's see. We're going to watch that one, but it's like 9 hours long. You know what? I'm about to just be really redonkulous. Oh no, not that one. So once again, this one's called She Only Wishes for Her Family But Got Exiled for Her Mother's Sin. But let's go ahead and watch it. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can also hear it as well. And if you guys are curious about which ones we should read next, please feel free to join the Discord. We do have a manhwa recommendations section for the channel. That way, if you know there's any good manhwa that you would like us all to read, go ahead into that Discord server, join us there with the rest of the lovely blossoms, and we'd love to see and hear about what you think as well.
Happy birthday, Valerie. All in this frozen castle, she struggled to survive and have turned 19 today.
Okay.
But even now, the people outside must be hoping for her death.
Oh, okay.
Back
Damn.
in time, she is the former Princess Valerie, to be bestowed the McLeod Castle. Nobles chat, isn't it too merciful of a punishment? She deserves to be executed like her mother.
What the
She
fuck?
is the daughter of a high traitor who tried to poison the Empress to death. Then they ask His Majesty to retract his order. The Emperor stated,
Damn.
Shut their mouths. He will consider those who have more to say willing to follow her to McLeod.
What?
Confinement in a frozen
So
castle.
bad.
It's no different.
There's just so much going on right now. Hello? They said McLeod. I'm like, who are these names? What is this?
Death punishment. But her stepbrother chose this as the best option to pardon her death,
Oh my
although she
gosh.
had done nothing at all.
Oh gosh.
A frozen castle on the peak of a snow mountain, the McLeod Castle. This mountain, which was once full of greenery, froze up 500 years ago.
Okay.
As the emperor of that time,
Okay.
he defeated the monster which had freezing ability.
What
The moment the emperor's sword stabbed that monster's heart, force exploded out, which froze the whole mountain in the blink of an eye.
Oh, he said,
followed by
I'm gonna get
frozen
all y'all.
villages and hundreds of casualties.
Oh, so you killed a dragon and he's like, all right, bet. You want to take my land? You can take my powers too. Frozen. Let it go on the snow.
Even after
You
500
move my big
years,
ass out
the
the way,
forest remains unchanged and still retains the terror of that incident as if
Okay.
it were yesterday.
Ooh.
Was getting exiled to such a place not enough? She had to also gain the freezing ability of that monster. Her life is so unfortunate.
Sorry.
What is there to hope from this life that doesn't allow even a bit of warmth? Humans cannot live without warmth. Reaching her 19th birthday today,
Okay.
now with the one thing she possesses, she will commit her first sin.
What?
Yes, this has to be right.
What?
Finally, it's warm.
What?
Oh God.
Oh my
If
God.
anyone is listening as far as this place, please just hear this one prayer.
What the
She
fuck?
begs, the next time, let her be born in a place that is not too cold.
What emo shit is
The next
this?
scene, her mother shouts she is a useless thing.
Oh my gosh.
Valerie thought, Mother, flashes of the past, how come this moment?
How come
Her
this
mother shouted
moment?
things like,
How come this moment, mother? How comes? How goes this moment?
her should not have been
This
born.
AI, bro.
Valerie thought of all the memories. Why does she have to see this one till the very end?
Oh,
Let her
Lord.
have peace.
Oh, Lord.
Her mother shouted again. Every time she sees her, it's like she is walking on the fire of hell.
Oh,
Her
that's
mother
mean.
is the former Empress Alicia. Unsatisfied even with this status of the Empress, soon fell into decadence. with
Bro, how you bully your child into offing herself?
Millard succeeding to the imperial throne. Her mother, who found herself at loose ends, had all her blame placed on the newborn child she was.
Yikes.
As she was young then, she really
No.
thought she was at fault.
No.
So she kept her mouth shut and
No.
without a sound. She endured.
No.
Alicia stated she dares think about something else.
I
Even
would
a
have
thing
smacked
like
her back.
friends is laughable.
You ain't gonna touch me, mama.
Valerie thought, it hurts. She definitely died. This is perhaps she has returned to the past while still having her freezing ability.
Okay, so she came back. Oh, I would have slapped my mom back.
Retribution. This is way too cruel.
Oh, that is cruel.
The next scene, a maid said, "This has been sent by His Majesty, the Emperor." Alicia asked, "What did Millard do?"
Oh,
The maid
she's such
replied,
a cute little girl.
Yeah.
Look how adorable she is. I like her outfit, but I smacked the shit out of the mom. I don't know. I like all three of their outfits right now. Call Chopper. Yo, call Defects, bruh. I'm gonna lock this queen up. You gonna be a queen, all right? Queen of the damned. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he is bestowing it to Her Royal Highness, the Princess. Alicia spoke. Did he go crazy? At least, this is great news. Just put it wherever. At night, Valerie thought, this music box brought me kind words, those of which she had never heard since she was born into this world.
Damn.
After some time, Alicia stated, tell her wounds to all heal. Quietly stay shut in her room.
I don't think they really wrote this right. It says, like, tell your wounds to heal. Bro, either you got a superpower or you just don't English right. Like, how do wounds have a personality? Wounds, please close. Like, I don't, what? And then how does your music box talk to you? Unless, I mean, shit, I'm just getting creative with these words. Apparently the music box is like, you matter. You're beautiful. Like, that's crazy. Like, can they add that in the story? Like, that literally would make me go, what?
If she even steps 1 foot out without her permission, she better prepare herself. Well, not that she can even if she wanted to anyway.
Okay.
Valerie
Who is writing
thought,
this?
Why did she endure? Alicia shouted.
Ooh.
Is there anyone over there?
She ran
Touch
out the
her.
room.
Valerie thought, it hurts. Where should she go? Come to think of it, when she was in the snowy mountains, the Emperor was the one who kept sending her supplies.
Aww.
Now, too, he might help her. The maids spoke. They got her. She runs well even in this state. Royal Highness, please keep her dignity. Valerie tried to speak. Save her. The maid told her, if she follows them obediently, Her Highness, the former Empress, will surely forgive her.
Oh,
Valerie
fuck that.
thought, what should she do? It's the end if they take her away now. Should she freeze them with her ability?
Oh,
No.
I would.
Just what is she thinking?
I would.
She can't be a monster
Do
herself.
it. Do
because
it.
She possesses the
Do
ability
it.
of one.
Do it.
Please,
Do
anyone.
it. Do it.
Then she saw a child. Then thought, if she goes any further, then shouted, help her. The maids told her, Royal Highness, stay quiet. Valerie thought, take a hint, please. Tell his father of this situation. After that, Alicia spoke, so she quietly caught her without running into anyone, no matter who comes by. What happens
That's
in this secluded
crazy.
place never makes it to
That's
England.
crazy. I would have stepped on a
Her
foot and
efforts
bit a
really were
finger.
in vain.
I'd be like, you ain't gonna catch me in these streets. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Sick about those who do me. But you ain't catching me.
She dared shove her and run away. She got determined to defy her now. Is that it? She should put her back in place again. Suddenly, they heard the maid's voice. Her Highness, the former Empress. This is serious. Outside are...
What crazy stories happening now? What up, Locke? We're watching a story about a mother being crazy toward her daughter, apparently. And she got to relive her life, and she's running away from her crazy mom, who's trying to lock her up because she got frozen powers.
That child told
Frozen powers.
Alicia asked. He said no one saw. How did Millard? Hurry, clean the room. The maid asked, how about the princess? The next moment, Alicia stated, watch her. Don't let her nor her scream get out. Then she said, stay still, as if she were dead. She still has things to talk about with her.
Oh no.
Then the Imperial Knights arrived.
No.
After the introduction,
Oh, they're cute.
Alicia asked,
But no.
what brings the Imperial Knights all the way
What's up,
here?
Locke?
The captain replied,
That's crazy.
His Majesty has ordered them to come and check Her Highness, the princess's state. Alicia said, she doesn't recall them being so close that he will make a visit here. The captain spoke. He simply came here to follow his orders.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia told him, She understands his intentions, but now it's not the right time. Convey it to him that the princess is napping after having her etiquette lesson.
Whatever.
The captain asked, "Do she mean that she will be disobeying his orders?" Alicia
Ooh.
replied, "That's right," as she said. "Do they really have to wake the princess up just for her to show her face to the likes of him?"
Oh.
Just because she is the obsolete empress, her words seem like nothing to him. Unless the emperor
I would have been
comes
like
person,
in the
she
closet.
refuses
Be
to
like, let me out. I don't like this shit. Let me out the closet.
show him her child. The captain spoke, apologized for disturbing her rest. Valerie thought, no, if he just leaves like that, then she will again.
Come on.
Suddenly, all of them thought,
Yep.
what is this commotion? His Majesty, the Emperor,
Ooh.
arrived. The captain
Oh,
spoke.
the Emperor look
His
good.
Majesty, he is
Can I
sorry,
have him?
but the
I'd be a better
princess
wife.
is.
I'd be a
The
better
Emperor
mom.
stated he knew this would happen, so he came here in person.
Ooh.
Alicia spoke. Why would such a busy figure come to this place? If he must check on her state, why don't they agree on a letter time?
Oh, well, ma'am, look, he is like cutie patootie from the down south. Booties, okay? I'm just saying.
And day.
I'm just saying.
The Emperor replied, no, he is here to see his younger sister. Do he need a reason? Tell him.
Not the AI getting ghetto. Do he need a reason? Do I need a reason? Yeah, fucking
Where is
hell.
Valerie? Alicia replied, now that he is here, His Majesty, Valerie will be surprised to hear about his arrival. Apologies, they are not close enough to exchange greetings, are they? Then she thought, he wouldn't even pay attention to her for the past 9
Wait,
years.
so is the queen and the kid mom and daughter? That's what they were saying. But he's like, I'm here to see my sister. I don't think they have the right nouns here. I don't know.
What brings him here now? Then she asked, he must have a reason for existing, on waking up the child and seeing her. The Emperor stated, well, he has received word that the one and only princess of our empire was being dragged away by her mere servants. Alicia spoke. What is he talking about? They do not know anything of this sort, the Emperor stated. He didn't know that all the palace servants were in cahoots. All of them searched through the palace and find her royal highness.
Ooh.
Alicia shouted, why is he overreacting?
Oh my
How can he
God.
cause such a ruckus upon coming here due to hearsay? Then the Crown Prince Erlance came and said, no, that is not some hearsay, because he saw it with his own eyes and reported the incident.
Aww.
Alicia thought,
Can I have
of
the
all
daddy
people,
though?
it had
Honestly.
to be the Crown Prince who saw it. That entitled brat. How dare he? The Emperor asked. Before the knights
want the
find
Emperor.
Valerie,
Can I have him?
it would be better for her to bring Valerie here on her own
I'll
accord
take
and
care.
confess.
I'm cool with
Alicia
kids,
replied,
actually.
she doesn't
Fun
know,
fact.
and thought she doesn't know anything until the very end. The next moment she shouted, why is he doing this to her? Crown Prince stated, please open up the closet behind her. He thinks
Oh,
Valerie
girl
is
gonna
being
get
hidden inside.
killed.
Alicia was
She
shocked.
gonna get killed.
The closet door was open. Valerie was there. The prince said, hello. She doesn't have to worry anymore. He has come to save her. It must be
Aw.
hurt. Please hold on for a little longer.
It must be hurt. Bro, this English.
Valerie thought, they meet at least. Now she can't hesitate here.
Oh.
Valerie stated, His Majesty, please help her. Please save her. She will be doing anything he wants. So please help. Alicia spoke.
Ooh.
What on earth is she doing? The Emperor stated, he doesn't even have to ask what this is about. Arrest the main perpetrator, Her Highness, the former Empress Alicia, and all the housekeepers and servants of Romy Palace.
Oh,
who
she's
aided and
a
abused
former empress. Okay, so this is his sis. Okay. I think I'm understanding thing. I think the former queen, right? The silver hair lady, she married someone else, and maybe this is like her stepkid or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. This is so
the
confusing for me.
princess. Then he said, Valerie, leave the rest to the knights. Let's get out of
She's
here.
for a family, but
Valerie was
exiled by her
shocked
mother's son.
because Alicia shouted, Valerie, she is a wench. Does she think she can live on while treating her own mother this way?
What?
The Emperor said, her true colors
That's
have
crazy.
shown, so since she wanted it this way, let's weigh the gravity of her words one by one. Captain, please hold a strict interrogation of all the previous incidents.
Ooh.
Then the Emperor spoke. He is sure she is in shock. Let's hurry and leave. Valerie got frightened. The emperor stated,
Aww.
"How careless of him. Apologize, but he will not harm her. It must be hard for her to walk in this state. He hopes she can grant him permission to carry her." Now let's head to Ferran's palace. Valerie thought she received the help she wanted. But all this warmth feels so unfamiliar. Up until just now, she was withering away alone in this icy cold palace. Is this truly happening to her? What if it was all a dream? The prince asked. Is he badly hurt? Valerie replied, no, she is okay. Then she thought,
That's
indeed,
crazy.
there is no way these kind gazes are of a dream. In this warmth, she wants to bask in it for a little longer.
That's sad. This girl has been through it and to the nine. She said, don't hurt me, but just hold me. I've been abused. Which is terrible. You know what I mean? It's terrible to say that.
The next scene, the head butler...
Even the butler looks good. I need to get back into working out. Shit. Not that I'm out of shape, but like, shit, everybody look good with a nice outfit. I need to look good too. Like, shit, let me get like my suit up and shit. Hi, Ian. What's up? Hello. Sorry, I turn off sound alerts because I'm doing a YouTube video.
Greeted His Highness, then asked if he should call the imperial doctor. The emperor replied, yes, he will leave Valerie to them. Where is the empress and the empress dowager?
Ooh.
After some chat, the emperor stated, bring the princess here once she has completed her treatment. Also, Rail, he will leave Valerie in her hands. The maid said, greetings, your highness.
Oh, so he
The
assigned her a
emperor thought
new
he really
maid.
can't get used to this relationship.
She's like,
at first glance,
this is
they may
weird.
look like two little kids, but one is the aunt and the other is the nephew.
Okay.
Then he said their palace will be turbulent for the time being. He thought Alicia hid her daughter due to her overprotectiveness, but he was wrong. It was worse than he thought. When the imperial doctor arrives, tell him he wants a detailed checkup on Valerie's condition. After some time, both the empress and the empress dowager were there. The emperor stated, Mother and Lila, he need to discuss something with them. On the other hand, Valerie thought she is currently around the age of 9. Imagine growing up in a bright and harmonious family for comfort. Just like that child, he is looking at her injuries. Valerie said sorry. The prince asked if she did something wrong to him. Valerie spoke. He saw many things he didn't have to
That's
see.
crazy.
She is sure he is very shocked. Then she thought it must have taken a toll on a kid like him. The prince replied, what? She doesn't have to apologize for something like that.
I don't apologize.
Instead of
I care
apologizing,
about you.
she should be
That's how it
thanking him.
always fucking is.
This is what
with
his
these
mother
animes.
told him. Valerie said thanks for helping her.
Aww.
The prince replied,
He's so adorable.
he appreciates it. Valerie thought when light gathers and becomes a person, is this what they will look like? This is how it feels to
She
be
said,
thankful.
You're so beautiful.
After some time, the doctor arrived. Valerie
Why
thought
everyone
she was the best
shining,
out of the
bruh?
3 imperial doctors.
Shining.
Incredible, she can't
Shining,
believe she gets to
shining.
see her in person. The doctor said her
Shining.
greatest apologies. His Highness,
That's
will
like-
he excuse them?
Oh, it's
This
sir,
is
okay.
necessary for treatment.
Everyone's so
please.
shiny. What the hell?
After that, the doctor thought in normal childhood, children weep and scream when they are in pain. She is being too quiet. Perhaps this is how she coped. Then she said the treatment is done. Valerie asked, do she have to show her the scars under her clothes? She has to
Oh.
report back to His Majesty about her condition. The doctor asked if she was aware of the command she received.
Whoa.
Valerie replied, it was a lucky guess, or else she wouldn't have sent Prince away. Then she thought she has to show her scars, leaving Ronin Palace for the sake of the future. She
Wow.
was trembling. The doctor spoke, and she assisted her. Valerie replied, yes. Then after the checkup, Valerie
Oh,
thought,
that girl
why
has
is the
gone
atmosphere
through
so
it.
solemn? His Majesty must have informed both of them. Do they believe her? The emperor stated, so firstly, they have read the referral note written by the royal doctor. It must have been hard for her. Thanks for her courage. Nothing is left to be investigated as he was there in person, but they need concrete evidence to strip the former empress of her title. Empress Lila stated, they are gathered here to hear about her story. If it's all right with her, could she tell them what happened? Valerie replied, yes, she will tell them
Okay, so she's
everything.
not related
Then
by
she
birth.
started
She's
telling them
just
what had
she's
happened to her.
the
Then
past
at the end,
she's the past empress's child. But because of the sin of the town being destroyed by that dragon, which made everything frozen, I guess the mother blames the child because she has the power of that dragon. and she, like, where she almost offed herself when she got older. So she came back in time and went back to her childlike self, right? To come back and relive it. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm going through this hell again. But instead of her, like, getting bullied again, someone else saw her run out the room, like that little boy that we saw. And when the maids were taking her back, that's when, I guess, that prince told his dad about that. And then they came in, saw the whole crazy fiasco, and then now they have the former empress in, like, investigative, like, kind of like jail, basically, like under imprisonment in a way before jail. You know what I mean? They ever imprisoned, and now they're trying to find hard evidence against her to kind of strip her from her title, which makes sense. Damn.
Said it was very painful, lonely, and scary.
That's crazy.
And she didn't want to live that way anymore.
Okay.
That's why she ran out.
Okay.
The emperor asked why she didn't try to ask for help. Then he said no. That was an improper remark. They should have sensed it right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie stated she is a troubled monster. No one will love her or come to help her. Even if she tells His Majesty the Emperor,
say that.
her efforts will be in vain because she is the terrible daughter of his nemesis.
Oh, no.
Mother always said that to her. That's why she could not reach out for help. As she said she is the daughter of his nemesis.
Okay.
Empress Dowager spoke. What is the former empress thinking?
Oh.
The emperor said,
okay, so that makes sense. So basically, her... Oh, wow. Wait, I gotta go back. I gotta make sure. That's crazy.
No, that was an improper remark. They should have sensed it right off the bat. Valerie stated she is a troubled monster. No one will love her or come to help her, even if she tells His Majesty the Emperor. Her efforts will be in vain because she is the terrible daughter of his nemesis. Mother always said that to her. That's why she could not reach out for help. As she said she is the daughter of his nemesis. Empress Dowager spoke. What is the
Oh, so they're a different kingdom altogether, right? They're under a different, either a different royal family in the same country, or they're just a different country, basically, that's coming to visit. But basically, they're not related. Okay, cool beans. That's crazy. And basically, I guess that emperor that we see, the golden daddy or whatever, his enemy is that girl's dad. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The emperor said he could not have imagined. She blamed her wrongdoing on her daughter and threatened her. He was not aware her servants were all in on it. He didn't suspect anything when they
Damn,
said
all the servants gonna go too. They gonna off the servants? They gonna off the
sincerely
past
apologized for not finding out sooner. Crown Prince hugged her and said she is not a monster.
Oh,
the monsters
she's so
are the bad people
adorable.
who hurt her, so don't get hurt from now on. Valerie started crying. Empress Lila stated,
Aww.
Yes, Valerie. Now everything will be all right. It must have been so hard to bear this alone. Now she can rely on them.
That's so sweet.
After some time, the Emperor's mother said they would better stop showing Alicia leniency because of her child. The Emperor replied he is thinking the same. Mother, they shall discuss what to do for her punishment. The next morning, the prince asked if she slept well. Valerie asked,
Do they sleep in the same
are.
bed? I mean, the
prince
kids.
replied, This is father's chamber. Valerie stated, his eyes are puffy. The prince replied, her eyes are also puffy too.
Were they
Then
crying?
they started laughing.
Oh, they're
Valerie thought that she had
adorable.
woken up early in the morning after the
Gives
winter
me a lot of
season
shoujo
passed.
clan vibes.
Outside the window, new sprouts have bloomed on the trees,
Okay.
signaling the start of spring.
Okay.
The next scene, the maids spoke. They are innocent. It was inevitable. They were only doing what they were told. They can provide a detailed statement about the incident.
Crazy.
The emperor stated, Alicia, all her servants are attesting to her abuse. Does she have anything to say about that? Alicia did not respond.
Damn.
After some time, the incident regarding Alicia's abuse spread like wildfire around
Ooh.
the palace and reached beyond the palace.
Ooh.
The emperor thought they will need a valid reason to forfeit Alicia's status and punish her accordingly.
Yikes.
After that,
Oh, my
both of them
legs.
arrived. The emperor
Oh,
stated,
my legs.
Valerie, listen to the next few words he have to tell her. He
He's a
intend to
cute
sentence
daddy.
Alicia
Damn.
to death. Valerie thought it's
Damn.
the same rule
You got a
as her
beautiful
first
wife.
life.
Damn, I'll be a
Her
mistress.
mother has induced 2 separate poisoning cases in her past life. At first, there was an attempt to poison the Empress Dowager. This case has strained relationships with royal officials.
Look,
Then came the
Locke,
poisoning
listen,
incident.
listen. Did you see this? His pretty wife named Layla? I can't compete with that. but I'll be a mistress. Like, I'll be a concubine. There you go. You know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'll take care of the kids too. I'll have my own money. I got my own room. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. Like, under him, that's a good king right there. That's a good king. We gotta lock you up. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't do this to me, please. I'm not that bad. Wait, listen. It's all in the fantasy world. It's not like it's actually gonna happen. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
To impress Lila, who hasn't regained her consciousness.
It's okay.
Her second pardon was inexcusable. Hence, she had received the
Let me
death
actually
penalty.
shrink myself down a little bit.
The Emperor stated,
too big, you know what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
having the former Empress's throat cut is her
We'll
fault.
fix this
As she
size.
may know, Alicia failed to assassinate his mother. Her crime has consequences. None of this is her fault. Valerie thought he is worried about her. He is afraid that she will blame herself for her mother's death.
Oh.
She has prepared herself for this since she came here. She doesn't feel guilty. Then
Dude, she looks like she came from Shoujo Clamp with those cute little barrettes and then like the outfit and the eyes and everything, the hairstyle. Giving me very 90s inspired Shoujo, Cardcaptor, Sailor Moon, Saint Tail, kind of like Kodacha vibes. You know what I'm saying?
she
If you
said
know,
she
you know.
is okay. The Emperor spoke. The execution will commence 2 days from now. She is deprived of her status and currently locked up in jail. Valerie asked, does she admit to abusing her? The Emperor replied, no, she is
Ooh.
still denying it.
Ooh.
The former Empress and the servants are dragging each other down in hopes of getting a reduced sentence. All their confessions match her statement, so their punishment will be more severe. Valerie spoke. She will comply with his orders. Thanks for helping her, the Emperor stated. Raise her head. He have only done what is right.
Wow.
Then he thought she is definitely the same age as Crown Prince, but she is already grown up so fast. The Emperor said that reminds him Erlance. He addressed Valerie by name, though she is the same age as he is.
It's crazy.
But they should strictly address each other as her brother and aunt. Valerie thought, aunt, brother. The prince spoke, but he wants them to call each other by their names. The Emperor replied,
So that's her
"That's not for
extended
him to
family.
decide."
So that's her uncle. Oh, okay, okay. So her dad is her uncle's brother here. Okay, okay. They have such cute outfits. Okay, I don't ship them. I don't ship family,
He should
okay?
at least ask
I don't
Valerie
ship
for permission.
family. Not like this.
The
This is
prince
not
asked her
Alabama.
about this matter.
Sorry, people
Valerie
Alabamans,
replied
I'm
she
sorry.
understands he can call her by name. The prince stated he is so excited, he will be in her care. 2 days later, Valerie thought in a short while, her mother will be sent to the execution site.
Oh.
His Majesty issued an order prohibiting the two of them from leaving the palace.
Oh.
Indeed, a proper adult won't show such a terrible sight to a child. The prince stated, let's go. She wants to see what that person looks like right now. He has a way to sneak out.
Oh no.
The next moment, Emperor's right-hand man,
Oh, he's
Sir
so
Bernard,
hot. I'm
asked
sorry.
where they were going. The prince said he knew.
They're so cute. I love me some good knights, okay? When I look at fantasy stories, I like the knights, okay? Not all of the knights, but like if they look good like him, sign me up for the next war. You hear what I'm saying?
Sir Bernard would be here. He had a favor to ask, to take them to the palace gate.
Let me put on my
Bernard
glasses real
replied,
quick. Hold on.
apologizing that it was not a request he could
Oh, I'm gonna
fulfill.
clean it.
The prince spoke. It's not a request without any compensation because he thought thanks have a trade-off. The culprit who broke father's treasure vase a year ago was not mother but him. Bernard asked how he knew that, addressing his highness, these horrifying beliefs, so alike, both of them are so alike. Then he saw the princess that she can help. Valerie spoke. Please, she begs him. They will watch quietly from a distance. Bernard thought, Her Highness, the princess is being
Burno?
so desperate.
That's an interesting name. His name
The
is
prince
Burno.
stated thanks,
Oh,
and
they
his
look so
secret will
adorable in their
remain hidden.
outfits.
After that, the second division, who is in charge of criminals transfer, arrived. The emperor asked what they were doing here. He would definitely issue an order for them not to leave the premises. Care to explain? Sir Bruno. Sir Bruno did not know what to say.
Oh.
Suddenly, Alicia said, Valerie, the ungrateful thing, does she think she can be loved by them after betraying her own mother? She should have gotten rid of that monster. Valerie thought hearing her threats doesn't care her anymore. She looks miserable and wretched. She can't believe she was in so much pain because of her. The emperor spoke. This is why he didn't want her to cross paths. Then he said, "What are they doing? Get her out of the children's sight." Alicia bit one of the knight's hands. Then she shouted, "Valerie, she is a fool. Does she think the imperial family will keep protecting her? The moment she loses her worth, she will be discarded like trash. She should have a good look. So this is how she will die." The emperor stated, "Do they not know how to shut a crazed felon up? Get going." The prince stated, "Don't take it to heart." Valerie replied, "She will not be hurt by her words anymore, and goodbye." Valerie thought she stood there until her mother left the main gate and disappeared from view. Her mother's figure became smaller and smaller. All emotions disappeared. Yes, this is the end. Emperor said the 2nd Division needs to receive another round of training. Also, Bruno, he is no exception. Valerie asked, "Will this be okay?" The prince replied, "It's fine. Father tends to let him off easily." Emperor stated, "And the 2 brats, they are not in a position to worry about others. He will hear their excuses when he gets back. Prepare themselves."
Yeah, Daddy's mad. He said, "I'm gonna whip
got
your ass."
frightened. Emperor said, "Bruno, escort the children back to the palace."
Sorry,
Valerie
it's a
did not
little slow.
expect that was coming. Then, at Valerie, what happened recently still doesn't feel real. Besides the fact that she reincarnated, everything else has gone well so far. What if everything was just a figment of her imagination? The prince asked, "What's wrong? Is she still upset about what happened earlier?"
This is crazy. I don't know. What would you do if that was you,
It's
chat?
just
Like,
everything feels unreal to her.
I don't know. Like, what would you do if you got reincarnated and you found out your mom was slapping you and shit, trying to abuse you because your daddy, because you have a superpower that was from a dragon that cursed the land? Like, you didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean? You didn't ask for all this. It wasn't your fault. You know what I mean?
The prince spoke. "Please remember one thing. They are a family."
What is with
and
that
he adored her
scarf?
very
I
much.
think it's
She don't
on
have to be
wrong, honey.
anxious because what Alicia
Well, like a
said will
damn
never come true.
dog from Lady and the
Valerie
Tramp.
thought she really deserves a family. She asked, "Can she really become a part of their family?"
Aw,
The
she'll be
prince
adopted
stated,
in.
"We were family from the moment we were born. Did she
Aw.
hate the idea of that?" Valerie replied, "No, she likes it. Thanks for everything." Bruno came and told them Alicia's execution has ended, and His Majesty will be returning to the palace soon. Valerie thought it seemed like he has something else to say. Then she said she is glad it ended without any problems.
Wow.
And also,
Very
she
grown up.
apologized for causing him trouble. Sir Renamen, Bruno spoke. She can call him by his name.
Aw.
Also, it's nothing she should apologize for. Wasn't it a good trade-off? She must keep it secret as she promised. Valerie replied. Her lips are
I
sealed
like
shut.
her aesthetic
After
here.
that-
Like, I like that whole outfit. That's something I would wear in real life, honestly.
Bruno said, "What do they plan to do when His Majesty comes back? He will get his punishment for running with the sand back on his back. What will they do?" After discussing something, Valerie said, "Is he
They look
serious?" The prince replied,
adorable.
"This is a method only she can pull off. This way, father probably won't yell at her." After some time, the emperor asked, "Go on. Let's see what kind of excuses they have prepared." Valerie spoke. She wanted to see her downfall with her own eyes. That's the only way she can gain closure.
That's true. I don't know about you guys, but, like, me personally, I have to, like, face the rhythm. We
Her
gotta
emotions
lock you
truly
up.
escaped
What do
from
you
her
need?
abuse.
Oh, you
Is he
still
going
said
to
that from
scold her?
earlier?
Then she thought her body tensed when she reflexively stood up. Her neck. Did it work? She didn't think so. Emperor replied no. Valerie was happy that it worked. Emperor stated he won't scold her. Instead, she will be punished. Valerie got frightened. Emperor said from now on, he will pat her head without warning, and he hopes she starts getting used to it.
Aww.
This is his punishment for her. Does she hate it? He won't force it on her if she is scared. Valerie-
I'll be a mistress. I'll be a mistress. With that alone, sign me up. I'll be a concubine. I'll be a concubine. I don't care. I'll be a concubine. Let me tell you, that's a real person who cares about human beings, okay? That's a good king, all right? I'm just saying, Locke. Would you not, if you were in my that position, would you not? Well, you might be a royal saint for the, I don't
Valerie
know.
replied no.
I don't know.
She
What
likes
would
it.
you do?
Then Emperor said good. It's getting late now. They may return to their quarters. Children. 3 of them said yes. Sir, Emperor stated Bruno only specified that the children could live. They still have matters to discuss. When did he
Matcha.
grow so shameless?
Hello.
Bruno asked, is he going to scold him? Emperor spoke. He is in so much shock that he almost
Can y'all
died
hear
of
it?
cardiac
Yeah.
arrest.
Okay.
Bruno was this close to
You
being
guys
convicted
hear
of regicide. Bruno asked what? Why doesn't that work with him? Emperor replied doing that with a physique like his.
He
has
said-
no conscience. Go get the sandbag and run laps around the gymnasium. On the other hand, Valerie thought it didn't take long for the public to find out about Alicia's execution. It's probably also the reason why Sir Bruno returned with a weird expression. Before Alicia could be dragged to the guillotine, she was killed by a stone throw by the enraged people.
Ooh.
The incident that sent people into a frenzy was the belated use of the poisoning attempt of the Empress Dowager.
Ooh.
Because the Empress took great care of the people of the country, people who could not forget her kindness took matters into their own hands.
Damn,
The
she got killed
circumstances were
before
much
getting on the
different compared to her
block?
past
That's
life.
crazy.
Her abuse was revealed before Alicia had poisoned Lila, and unlike before where everyone had hoped for her demise, the public has expressed more compassion. But that also will come to an end once her power is revealed. It is inevitable, since the public still harbors an underlying fear toward glaciokinesis. However, all the items
Glacio
prepared by
who?
the Emperor and Empress in this
Gesundheit?
room could have been replaced with all the furniture from Ronin Palace, but this must be how much they care about her. Have she gotten used to the idea of family in the meantime, if she is living with these kind-hearted people, making her feel guilty for hiding powers from the Emperor, so she has to tell him? Whether he received help for revealing the truth to His Majesty or not, whatever happens,
so they
she
don't
will
know
accept
about her
the outcome.
powers. Only her mom
The next
did.
scene, Valerie thought, is the Emperor, so wouldn't it be better to prove the usefulness of her
I
power
would not
by
wear
turning it
green
into
like
an
that
advantage?
after
But how? She is
looking like her
incompetent.
mom wearing green.
The prince asked if something happened while
Oh,
he
she
was gone.
looks so
Valerie
adorable.
replied,
Look
no,
at her
she is
hair.
fine.
That is so cute. I'm sorry. I'm loving the aesthetics here. Like, they did pretty good on this so far.
After some time,
Everyone else
Valerie
looks
thought
good.
she must hurry and find a way. Then she heard the maids discussing the weather. It is so warm they can't afford ice. They could eat it all summer if they could. Valerie thought, that's it. After some time, Valerie said she would like to wash up alone today. Is that all right? The maids thought. Did they do something wrong? Then one of them asked Her Highness, please tell them if they have made her uncomfortable somehow.
Aww.
Valerie replied, no, it's nothing like that. It's just she would like to try washing up alone, since she is not a child anymore. The maids replied, oh,
Aww.
okay.
Look at their hairstyle, so pretty. Even the maids are so pretty. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't know about you guys, but every time I look at manhwas, they don't really try to like make everyone look good individually. Like some look better than others. Like I've seen some where they try to make them look at least decent enough so that everyone's cohesive to their role in the story or the background. They always make certain characters look super good and everyone look extremely ugly. And I'm like, come on now. I get you trying to differentiate, but y'all are just discriminating everybody else. I'm just saying. So I like how this story, even though they make the characters look like somewhat moderately attractive or like somewhat decent, they're not overwhelmingly like good looking and they're not underwhelmingly ugly, if that makes sense. They look pretty normal for their status and how they can perceive themselves. And I like how they make the main character's outfits look cute and it makes everyone else still look good too. I don't know if you've seen other manhwas or mangas, but they always, like, certain people, when they make it, it just looks, you know what I mean? Like, it just, they try a little too hard, I'm just saying.
After the maids left, Valerie used her ice power to start the training. Her powers have remained the same. She is not sure why they have, even after she has regressed. Rather than having her powers exposed, it would be better to prove her worth. Perhaps given her young age, it's harder to control it as delicately as she could before. Once she recovers her skill, she will go to His Highness. If she shows even the slightest hint of crudeness, she will be considered a dangerous being. Then the days go on. A maid asked if she wishes to bathe on her own again today. This is the 10th day in a row. Then they chat. Does she feel insecure about showing her scars to others? Her Highness just needs more time. Let's all wait for her patiently. Valerie thought, now that was good. Her powers are ready. Now the only thing that's left is, she would rather not think about it. But if her plan were to go astray, she will have to run away. Even if it means having to use her powers, she won't go back to the snowy mountains.
Aww.
The next scene, Valerie stated if he is preoccupied, should she come back later? Emperor replied, no, don't worry about it. He can finish this much in no time.
She's so
and
nervous.
he can't possibly send off his sister who has something to say to him. The next moment, Valerie said she would like to ask a favor from him. Emperor stated, please stand up. What kind of favor is it? Valerie spoke. Please let her stay in the palace under his protection, Your Majesty. Emperor stated, if that's what this is about, don't worry about it. It's only natural for her to reside in the palace as part of the royal family. Valerie spoke. The truth is, there is something she has yet to tell him, and upon hearing of this, she doesn't know if he would change his mind. She has glaciokinesis, which means she can control ice. Valerie thought, what should she do? Should she make a run for it? Emperor stated. He finally understand why she was anxious despite his assurance. Did Alicia know about her powers? Valerie replied, no, she was never caught by anyone, including Mother. Although she could have kept it to herself forever, she did want to repay his kindness in that way. She knew it's not her place
this
to make
girl's
such
so
a request, but she hoped
mature.
he could help her just this once. Emperor
She is so mature. Bro, it takes a lot of courage. A girl could have got sent to the block, you know what I mean, to the head block. But like she said,
should
I'm
odds
gonna
not have hopes to
try.
make such
I'm
a
gonna
request, but she
try.
hoped he could help her just this
That's
once.
crazy.
Emperor replied, he will. She looked
Ooh.
like she was in disbelief, having the owner of the very power that brings fear to the entire empire. Stay in the palace is indeed dangerous. But he knew she is not a child who will abuse her powers to harm someone. If that was her intent, something bad would have happened already. The first person to be met with her demise will be Alicia. However, the person who showed up, riddled with scars, was her. That's the reason why he accepted her request. He hoped she could prove that he made the right choice, just like today.
Aww.
Valerie thought, she is sure this decision bears countless risks and dangers, yet he still chooses to believe her. Then she said she is sorry. Emperor told her at times like this, she should not be apologizing, but thanking him. Valerie replied, thanks for believing in her, Emperor said. Thanks for being brave. Then he asked,
Aww.
he is curious to know the extent to which she can control
That's
her
attractive.
power. Valerie stated she can't
That's so
control it well.
beautiful.
Rather than explaining with words, she thinks it will be better if she showed him. They will need to go somewhere she can leave traces, Emperor said.
So the reason why I keep saying shit like that, if you're wondering, like, oh my god, she's simping. No, here's the thing. When you give someone the security to learn how to be better for themselves and how to not be insecure and shit, you give them time to work on themselves while you're helping them bit by bit, but you're allowing them to realize that for themselves. That's a beautiful thing because you're not like being you're not letting them be codependent on you, but you're also not letting them like venture off and you're like, I'm kind of helping. You're allowing them to see things and how to unpack that and get through that, but you're giving them just the inch to help them while they're on this journey to be better to themselves. I don't know, I find that attractive because it's a beautiful trait that you're allowing them to get help, but you're allowing them that distance to essentially help them get to a better place. And they did it not just on their own, but with a bit of help, because we all need a little bit of help. That's
then
crazy.
They can head to the bathroom. It's right next door. After that, she created a cube, sphere, airlance, Emperor stated, as she knows nothing stays a secret forever. In order to prepare for the worst, why don't they use her powers for good? Valerie replied, how about using her powers to sell ice and raise money to help those in need?
Oh, that's right.
Emperor replied, the most evident problem for the ice business is the lack of technical skills to prevent the ice from melting, but things will be different now that they have her. Then he thought, if the supply of ice becomes brisk, it will definitely enhance the lives of the masses.
Yeah, then she'll
Even if
look
her
good in
powers
front of
were
the
discovered,
people.
nobody
That's
could
so
easily question her
nice.
treatment as royal, Emperor said. Very well.
Then she won't get
let's
killed
do
by
what
the
she
people.
suggested.
There you
Valerie
go.
said,
Smart.
the remaining fund from the
Smart.
donation will go to him. Emperor replied, him. Then he started laughing and said she didn't have to repay him. She is still at the age to be on the receiving end. She can keep all the money and donate it to multiple places. Her generosity will become the strength that protects her. Suddenly, Emperor said, a bracelet. Why didn't she wear it? It rolled out of her pocket. So, this is a piece of jewelry she took as her abscond fund. Valerie was thinking she should have run away. Emperor laughed. Everything in her room belongs to her, and yet she chose the most chaste-looking one. Her face got all red. Valerie said, he is so mean.
Yeah.
Emperor replied, sorry, he will stop with the teasing. She can go now. After that, Emperor thought, right,
That's cute.
there was a person who was perfect for this
He
task.
said you choose the most
That
cheap
person
shit.
is Matthias Oswaldo,
Ooh.
the Emperor's younger brother, who flatly refused to be inaugurated as a Grand Duke to carry on his unmarried uncle lineage. He eventually became Duke Oswaldo. After some days, the Emperor said he must have entered the capital, so he will be arriving soon.
Oh.
Valerie thought she knows he is the most suitable candidate for this matter, but the problem is whether he acknowledged her or not, because the Duke is the one who resents her and mother the most. When Karina had almost died of poisoning, he was one who witnessed it. He almost lost his mother before his own eyes.
Oh.
The next moment, the Duke said, brother, he is here. Valerie thought, has he always been
Oh,
like
he's
this?
so
He
hot.
seemed very different from what she remembered. Since he is not wearing glasses, he probably doesn't see her. The Duke said he feels better. This would not have happened if they were to proceed as planned. He has traveled for consecutive
He
days
look
to get
cute.
here. Why did he ask him to return home?
And he got round
People are going to
glasses
think
like
that he
I
embezzled
do.
his money.
Yay.
The Emperor stated he has an investment proposal, so he called him here to invest in his business, but he will also be in charge of operating the business. This is about an ice business. He has to replace the lacking technology. It's bound to be successful no matter what, the Duke said. Why does he keep beating around the bush? The Emperor replied, and the method is to use the power he has. Her name is Valerie. The Duke said he should have told him if someone was here. Then he wore the glasses. Suddenly, the Duke shouted, why is she here? What does he mean by using her power? Emperor stated he called him so two of them can get acquainted and start getting along as
Don't
business
you point
partners.
at that child, you
As the
nerd.
word power
I'm
suggests,
sorry.
Valerie, They will be
You
using her
blind
glacial
fool!
powers to operate. There are certain risks and dangers when
It's
using her
crazy.
powers to make ice, so he would like her to take another role. Valerie asked, what kind of role? Emperor said, to maintain the coldness of the ice, she has to make sure she doesn't leave any traces. Can she do that? Duke asked. What are they talking about? Emperor said, show him. Valerie used her power to create ice balls. Then she said she has condensed cold air inside the small ice chunks. Once it's hidden in the transport vehicle, the coldness will last for a long time. Duke said, right, if they have her powers, then it's the same as having guaranteed success. That much he will admit. But that's as far as he will go. He has to work with that insidious woman's daughter. Then Emperor explained the whole incident. Duke was in tears and said, how much is it? How much do he need? Valerie thought, a man so cold-blooded he sheds no blood even after getting stabbed, who doesn't even bat an eye when people drop dead like flies. Truly, she was a fool for believing in those rumors.
Aww.
She asked, did he know?
She said, what the fuck, Ma? I'm just kidding.
Oh, this was going to happen all this time, Emperor replied. Despite his cold looks, that punk is sentimental. He is the person who empathizes with stories like these the most. After that, the Emperor stated he can clear out a Terra Palace. It's for Valerie. It's not like she can stay at Erlance's quarters forever without a palace of her own. The Duke spoke. In that case, he will vacate the palace since he doesn't live there anyways. Valerie said, he don't have to do that for her. The Duke replied, he said he is giving it to her, so just accept it. According to the contract, he will have to come see her often. Valerie said, then she will accept with gratitude.
Aww.
Emperor asked if it's okay with her. He is thinking of disposing of everything in Ronin Palace. What are her thoughts? Valerie replied, she doesn't mind. But there is something she would like to take with her. It's something precious to her. After Valerie left, the Emperor thought, what is he doing here? Go after her. At least be her henchman to atone for treating her harshly just now.
Exactly.
On the way, the Duke thought, she is petite, so she probably can't take much. Then in the palace, he thought, does she really have something to take from that mess?
Oh my gosh.
Suddenly, he was shocked and remembered that he asked the Emperor to give it to that woman's daughter. If he had known it was for her, he would not have done it from the start. The Emperor told him she is the same age as Erlance. She is just a child. And he replied that's the only thing he can care about. Now back in the present time, Valerie hurt her hand while getting the gift. The Duke shouted, oh no, she is an idiot. Just wither off and die. That was her precious thing. The music box is cracked. It's dangerous for young kids like her. Valerie stated, even if it is, she won't throw it away. The Duke said, he is not asking her to throw it away. He is saying he will carry it for her. Is there anything else she needs? Valerie replied, no.
Not even crying like that.
They will be heading to a Terra Palace.
What kind of pose is that?
After some time, the Duke said, in all honesty, he despised her for being that wench's daughter. As an only child, he thought she was extremely doted on. She resembled her so much that he thought he didn't have to see her in a positive light either.
Oh, that's terrible.
However, after hearing what she went through, he had judged an innocent person by their appearance and resented them for it. He knows it's already too late, but he wants to apologize for judging her on his own accord.
Tell that to the rest of the internet because they apparently don't know when to stop doing that.
From the bottom of his heart, he is sorry for his terrible attitude and for hurting her.
But he's mature for doing that. I
He
will
will
give him
provide
that.
with his actions. Then she can decide whether to accept the apology or not. Valerie spoke. Since he is being honest, she is well aware of the reason he hated her. It was inevitable
That's
that she
a
received
cute
hate.
dress. Like, I like the layering here. Shit, let me take a picture so I can make one like this. Like, because that's really pretty how, like, the simple pleating. I'm sorry, I'm a seamstress. Let me shut the
But
fuck
that
up.
doesn't mean it didn't hurt her. Regardless, she wants to thank him for apologizing
Like,
to her
look
first,
how it
and
just
she
sits on her. It's such a pretty dress. Like, they did really well with this. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Give me a... Not my fucking phone again. Give me a second. Hold on. Check. Oh, guys, I apologize. Thanks for waiting. Let's get back into the manhwa.
also believes he is being sincere. Hence, she will accept his apology. All she wants is for him to keep his promise, brother. Duke
Welcome
spoke,
back.
as
Thank
expected.
you.
He is an idiot. He deserves to be punished. Valerie replied.
Oh, not him
Hold
slap
on for a
himself.
moment. The cut on her hand is painful, so please have her treated. Duke said, yes, her wounds are open. He is sorry. Let's get going. Valerie thought he really should not have believed the rumors.
What the fuck? He just
Then,
pick her
at
up?
the castle, all the maids were happy that Duke has come back. Then suddenly, their attitude changed. Valerie thought it can't be helped. They are the ones who practically raised Duke. What should she do? Can she take her leave? The maids stated, Duke, why is he carrying her royal highness like some sandbag?
Yeah,
You should
for
be more
real.
careful and delicate with her. She probably could not even voice her discomfort because of Duke's menacing look. Duke spoke. He thought it was fine since this is how he always carries Erlance. Sorry, it was uncomfortable. The maid said to the royal highness, she must have suffered because of Duke. They apologize in his stead. Valerie replied, no,
Aww.
he didn't cause her any discomfort.
That's a cute dress, though. Honestly, I want to make something similar to that because that's actually very nice, very comfortable.
Rather, he is the reason
simple,
she was able to come
pretty.
here so swiftly. One of the maids gave
Still
her
kick
handmade
ass in
candy.
dresses.
Valerie
I don't care
thought
what
she
they
was
say.
worried for nothing. The maid saw a wound on her finger and then asked who did that to her. Duke stated he knew what they are thinking. But it isn't that. It's because of the music.
She thought the
box.
maids
One
are
of the
gonna
maids
kick her
stated She will
ass.
have to call the Imperial Doctor.
Oh my god.
After some time, the Imperial Doctor arrived. Valerie thought Kana is a busy woman, so she knew they wouldn't call her over a little scratch. It's Beldor. She doesn't really like this man. In her previous life, she was in pain. The doctor said he used to be the Emperor's personal doctor. Why should he be here wasting his time? She is just a worthless princess with no power or connection. Now back in present time, the doctor said, His Highness's looks and physique are getting more flawless and brighter by the day. Duke replied, enough with the flattery. Can he look at her wound? The doctor said he is about to start. By the way, shall he treat him before tending to Her Royal Highness? The swell on his cheek. It's an injury on his precious body. As for Her Royal Highness's wound, it won't hurt if he tends to it later. The maid said he is a total eyesore, but that definitely crossed the line. The butler replied he guesses that's it for him. The Imperial doctors are about to lose one.
Yeah.
He hopes Duke doesn't get too angry. Duke said, Lecter, he replied. Understood, sir. The doctor asked, what is going on? Duke stated after looking down on the princess. He dares to say that. The doctor spoke. Didn't he regard Her Real Highness as an eyesore? Duke replied, he is trying to put the blame on him now, even if he dislikes Valerie. Does that change the fact that she is a princess? Tell him.
He said, get rid of him.
The Imperial family.
Damn, not them offing people quit left and right.
Valerie, but as he can see, that isn't the case now. Therefore, if anyone ever dares to look down on her in the future, he won't let it slide that easily. He will personally inform His Majesty about this incident, so shut his mouth and wait there obediently until he has given further orders.
Dang.
Valerie spoke. She is all right.
It's just a
she
cut
is used to
on the
situations
wall.
like this.
It's
Duke
just
said,
a finger
don't
cut.
say that. He is not all right with it. Now his brother and he will be able to help her just like this. So she doesn't have to think it's all right. Tell them directly whenever someone treats her this way.
Aww.
By the way, he has thought about this for a while now. She is way too skinny. He should feed her a lot and make her gain weight again. The butler asked, where did he get this bruise? Duke replied, it's from his own hand. The butler asked, does it mean that he punished himself? Why? Duke replied, because he felt apologetic for being mean to Valerie.
Hey, at least he owns up to his shit, though. At least he owns up to his shit. Like, he's over here like, why'd you hit yourself? Well, it's because I did wrong. Who'd you do wrong to? Her. Why'd you hit it? Because I could. Understood. Like, at least you have a good, like, it's not like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, they have a good commonality.
So
That's
he reflected
good.
on
They're
himself.
good fucking
The maid said,
English.
yes, he made a lot of mistakes in the meantime
He's
that are worth
close
getting
to
punished for.
his
Those were the days when they were so
his
worried
staff,
about
which
his
is good.
future. Duke said, aren't they being too reckless? If they are already giving him this treatment, just how poorly would they treat him when their master gets replaced? This is making him sad. Butler asked, did he just mention replacement? Duke said, they must have noticed by now. This child is their new master. She will be easier to attend to than him, so take good care of her. Both of them got happy that finally the palace will get bustling again.
Aww.
In the next scene, the maid spoke. Beldor, the doctor, was locked up in a remote prison after he was exposed for several counts of corruption. Anyway, she looks really cute today.
Oh, look at her outfit. It's so cute. Oh my god. She said, I'm stunning all these hoes in my blue.
Thanks for letting her here.
That's
but there is
so
no
pretty.
helping it since most of her luggage has already been loaded. The prince stated he will come to see her every day. Valerie replied,
Aww.
and on the days where he
Her
can,
eyes are
she will
huge
be
as
the one
fuck,
coming
though.
down.
I'm not gonna lie.
After some time, Duke said, they just can't seem to rein it in. Just for a moment. She will know soon. Then, after
She
a
looks
few
so
minutes,
cute.
Duke said,
She
"They have arrived.
does.
Take a good look. This is what these servants have prepared for her."
Aww.
Valerie stated, wow, and all of them started welcoming her back. Then, a 3-layer cake arrived. The chef told her he did his best for Her Royal Highness. Does this please her?
Aw.
Valerie was shocked. She thought she would not have to do this anymore, but judging by how his heart is throbbing, maybe that's not the case at all. Prince stated she is today's star, so enjoy it to her heart's content. Valerie
Content.
thought yes, she is truly not alone anymore. Valerie said she was very surprised since she has never received anything like this before. Not just the
No.
cake, but she loves everything they have all prepared for her. She is so happy she wants to commemorate this day as her birthday. Thanks, everyone. Maids
Aww.
replied, saying how happy she is. Today is the best day for them too. Glad they decided to do this.
That's so cute.
After some time, Prince spoke. He has decided this is the atmosphere in this palace. He thinks he can wholly entrust Valerie to them. Duke thought did he forget the fact that he is the nephew while Valerie is his aunt. Duke asked Valerie if she is not burdened by this. Valerie replied, of course not. She is very grateful that they like her so much. Duke spoke. From now on, they will be by her side. They are good people, so she can trust them. Valerie said since he is the one telling her this, it's very reassuring.
So
Duke stated now that he thinks about the music box. He was planning to get it fixed. He has found the best craftsman in the Empire. Even if they try their best to fix the damage, it won't be as good as new. If that's okay with her, then leave it to him. Valerie replied, yes, please have it fixed. Then thought it can be fixed. She can play the music box again. Then at night, Valerie thought the tremors won't stop, but in this life, she definitely wants to protect her life and her family, the precious people, who taught her a different form of familial love compared to her past life. And he was the first to teach her this love. At the very least, she will protect him until the end.
Don't fall for your fucking family.
In the morning,
don't
Rael,
do
her
this.
personal maid, asked if she got a good night's sleep. Valerie asked what she is doing here. Weren't she supposed to return to Fernand Palace?
Oh, this is
Maid
like a
replied
cute
she was
little
absent yesterday
wholesome
because she is handing
manga. I
over a
like
position to
this.
someone else. She is now at her service again. Valerie speaks. She was so happy yesterday she was searching for her at the party.
So
That would be
sweet.
nice to have her on my side. Valerie asked if this is really okay. Why would His Royal Highness attendant suddenly be here to serve a princess like her? Riel replied when she first came to the palace. She was the very first person to bathe her and see all the wounds on her body. She started to feel drawn to her whenever she saw her, a timid child walking around, wary of her surroundings. And after spending a few days beside her, she came up to her one day, smiling shyly and thanking her. It's still fresh in her mind. She thought the princess was such a kind child. Hence why she wants to get to know her even more. That's why she ended up all the way here.
Aww.
Valerie replied,
She said,
"Always
I
stay
was
by her
willing
side,"
to
and
go.
said this is great news.
Aww.
The next scene, Valerie thought she was pretty sure that she was only notified of the Empress and the tailor's visit. Duke asked what are both of them doing here. Emperor replied he came because the Empress said she is going to help Valerie fit into her dresses so he can review all the documents here. Empress Lila stated this is something she always wanted to do, but she had a daughter. She didn't.
Oh, that's Layla. This is okay. So Locke, I don't know if you're still here. This is the Emperor's wife. I can't compete with that. I'd fucking be with that too. She's pretty. I'm just saying. She's a gorgeous human being. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You know what I'm saying?
No, her wish would be granted like
gorgeous,
this. Valerie said she is
gorgeous.
fine with the clothes Lila brought her before. Lila replied no.
Agreed.
Back then,
Yeah.
she only managed to
Look
find
at
ready-made
her.
ones since they were short
So
of time.
pretty.
Since Valerie just settled into her new home, consider this a housewarming gift. Valerie thought, housewarming gift, but
Wow.
it looks
Oh
like she
my
carried an
gosh.
entire dress shop here. Then they said, let's get started. As expected,
No. Oh,
Valerie
look at
looks
this.
good in blue. This dress suits her more than the previous one.
That's so pretty. I love her outfit.
Emperor said this gold dress fits Valerie better. Bruno said he is being too much. Isn't gold the royal family's symbol color? Emperor replied Valerie is a part of the royal family after all, so what's too much about it? Duke said both of them know nothing. Valerie thought, now, it's over, then asked if she is planning on buying her all these. Lila replied of course they are. These are the clothes they have chosen upon serious contemplation. Now, then,
Aw.
the payment. Bruno said as the head of the Marquis family, he will handle the payment. Please let him do it. Duke spoke. Now if anyone is paying,
Not
it should
the-
be him. The
not the
big brother is
forcing
buying
to
his
pay.
sister a few pieces of clothes. Emperor stated in that case, he thinks he is the one most deserving of this. Valerie will like it if he is paying. Lila spoke. Then both of them have to do that. She has already taken care of the payment. She knew this would
Damn.
happen. Then she said, Valerie, today has been a long day. She is sorry. She got too carried away. Thanks for putting
Aw.
up with this. Valerie thought she has only been sitting down all day, so why is she tired? The next day, Valerie said she knew he was coming over.
Look at the cute hairstyle. She's so adorable. Oh my god, I want a daughter.
He is going to see His Majesty, Duke said before that. The weather is getting a lot colder. She will catch a cold if she walks around in thin layers. Valerie spoke. Brother, she doesn't get cold easily
So
due to her powers.
adorable.
Duke replied if she doesn't feel hot, then wear it as it is now. Valerie thought in this state.
I want to hug her.
After some
too.
time, Duke
She's
said
so
he will be able to devote time
adorable.
to preparing for the ice supply business. Actually, he has gotten a head start. The business will be operated under Heron Guild's name as they have agreed. Their main target will naturally be the markets in each region. The problem regarding Valerie's assistance with her power, just covering her up won't be enough, so he is going to issue a separate official entry for her.
Oh.
Emperor asked how is he going to justify it. Duke replied this is strictly confidential to the guild, so they can't reveal
Oh, he's
what it is.
doing her
Then he
hair.
said
That's
it's done.
adorable.
Valerie
Oh,
asked, come to think of it,
look
both
at
of them don't have any
adorable
resistance
shit.
to
Now they're
Peter
just
or the
showing
powers.
off her
Emperor
adorable.
replied,
Bro, it's just a fucking fashion show at this fucking rate. It's literally just a fucking fashion show. Like they're just trying to show off now. Like yo, and they just tell me that the Duke is a good replacement if I don't want the Prince. I'm just saying, if I can get the Emperor, I'll get the Duke. He can do hair, you know. He's skilled. He's skilled in hairdo. I need it. I need it.
To be scared, simply because of her inhuman power. Valerie asked past the stage. Emperor said he is only telling her this now, but actually, Erlance has powers too. Valerie was shocked. Emperor stated Erlance can have keen senses at times. At first, they thought it was just a coincidence, but that was not the case at all. That power is something close to having premonitions. It's the divine power of the god of light. It's a present from the sun and light, and is gifted with powers of proficient clairvoyance. According to the Pope, Erlaners's powers are derived from a fragment of light of God. Valerie thought, however, Erlance isn't the only one with powers. The timing just isn't right yet, so that's why she would always think he had sharp intuition. Then maybe it wasn't a coincidence that he suddenly appeared back then, the person she would resent, until her very last breath had been showering his love upon someone unconditionally. However, if that person was Erlance, so the child who had secretly been calling for light has truly been blessed by the love of light. Valerie asked if she can tell him about her powers.
That makes sense.
Emperor replied, well, that's a tricky question. It would be safer to limit the number of people she tells to the least amount possible. She can wait a little longer to tell him. After that, Duke said he is just telling her in advance. She'll soon start attending classes like Erlance. It's about time for her to resume her studies.
Oh, she going to school? This is such a wholesome one.
Duke replied, yes, she will be very discreet about it, so he only figured it out a while ago. Valerie replied, yes, she also wishes to attend classes. The next scene, Emperor said he didn't even discuss it with him.
Wow.
Isn't it still...
So they're going to have her go to school and be like all the other kids, but now they realize she's a power, so they're going to use her ice powers to help them market, and it's going to help her look like a good person, not a bad person to the city, since they were destroyed, well, affected very greatly by the dragon in the past. That's crazy.
Early for that.
It's a cute little thing.
She has not even had enough fun, and he is already sending her back to study. Duke said Valerie told him she wants to study. Emperor replied, then they will have to do it.
This is a cute little wholesome. It's like two dads and a
The
daughter.
ice supply business slowly settled into place as days passed. Under Duke's guidance, the business started to gain popularity. The next scene, Prince asked Valerie if she's going through puberty. Both of them were shocked. Duke
What the fuck? He said, are you going through puberty? He said, what? What are you talking about? He said, ooh. That's crazy.
Who taught him those words? The prince replied he read it in a book.
Wow.
She always tries to bathe alone and lock herself in a room without coming out. Duke said Valerie just needs more time to adjust to her new environment.
Why he look like he came from like a manhwa from the Eastern Islands with that outfit? Like he look like he came from Fushiyugi or from fucking Sayuki with this outfit. Like I'm sensing a lot of East Asian vibes here, you know.
And thought
just saying.
Isn't gullible enough to fall for this excuse, but he will still let it slide. The prince replied, all right. Duke said, oh no. The others must have arrived already. They hurry. Today is Valerie's first time at the family dinner. Then at the dinner, Duke said, apologize for the delay. Mother, His Majesty, Dowager said, child, come sit over here. Valerie thought this is her first time
that's
seeing our
their
majestic
mom.
since the last time at the palace. Dowager said, try this first. The salmon is...
That's such a pretty looking grandma though, honestly. She still looks good looking for a grandma. Like, I wouldn't look good looking like that or better. You know what I'm
Valerie
saying?
Thought it's delicious. Duke said, Mother, she has become quite the softie. Dowager asked, what is he going on about? Duke stated she never did this to them as children, always saying it's against etiquette. As they grew older, she told them to do everything by themselves, since she gave birth to them with functioning hands. Now that he thinks about it, it rather hurts feelings. Dowager replied, he is too old to be getting jealous over his younger sibling. How she raised him. Duke spoke, she is being especially mean today.
He's so jealous. I'm dead.
Mother's affection this much. Is it because he doesn't want to lose his position as the king?
I think it's because I think the reason why the grandma or the dowager is doing that is because she doesn't have a daughter. It's what it looks like. It looks like, I'm gonna be real.
Child of the family. Well then, he will take care of him as his big brother. Here, have some of these too. Don't forget to chew his food before swallowing. Then they all start laughing. Duke said, fine. Tease him all he want. Just leave him alone afterwards. Dowager said she heard Valerie is getting a tutor. She should have taken her time.
He said, don't baby me, bitch. I ain't got time.
Regardless, she believes Valerie will excel at it. But remember, She is holding a myriad of possibilities in her tiny hands,
Aww.
and it will help her become anything she wants. So whatever she does, don't feel burdened. And just take it easy, because impatience will only be a poison that leads her plans astray.
That's
After
true.
some time, Duke asked how does it feel to attend a family dinner for the first time. Valerie replied it was so much fun. It's a shame that it ended so quickly. Enjoying their time laughing together feels so nice. Duke stated it's nothing to be upset about. They will be having these dinners quite often in the future. Their family likes to have gatherings. There is something that is waiting for her at the palace. Valerie said it's already been repaired. She thinks it would take longer. Then at night, Valerie thought, wow, this music box was horribly shattered. But now that the broken parts in glass have been replaced, it's good as new. She is so glad she can relive this life again. The next day, Duke asked if she finished her class. Valerie replied yes. The teacher taught her with enthusiasm, so she worked hard to learn too. Duke said that's good, and he has all his work to clear out his schedule for a day off, because
This is
Erlons
so
wants
nice.
to go sightseeing with her.
I
so
want
she
to
will
know
come,
what she's like
right?
when she's older, because
Valerie
they're going to
replied,
look good,
of course,
the Duke
she
and
would love to.
Emperor.
Duke said, so try to focus on the task at hand, since they can't have anyone walk in on us. Valerie replied, yes, then she will have to make 20 for today, and she made the ice cubes. Duke replied, nice, great work today. Her skills are becoming more refined
They're
by the day.
training her. She said, I'm going
The
to make
next
some
day,
quick ice
Prince
cubes.
said she looks cute in any outfit. Valerie thought now that she is wearing this, it's finally hit her that they are going out. This is exciting. Then she asked her brother if he knows how to wield a sword. Duke
Bruh, don't say she look cute. That is your relative. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut
"Not
up.
really,"
I'm gonna shut up.
but he brought it with him just in case. Don't rely on him too much. He only know the basics.
He only
Prince
know
said
the
father
basics.
told him that uncle is better
So
at
why'd they
martial
say
arts than
this?
swordsmanship. Valerie thought he wears glasses. What is he an expert in martial arts?
Damn.
How unexpected. Indeed, his good physique can't be sustained without...
So that is actually it for that manhwa. If you guys are curious what this one is actually called, I did find out the name for you guys, and that one is called Snow Mountain Monster Princess. Now it is a Korean manhwa, of course, and this one specifically, as mentioned here, came out last year, and it is still going on, I believe so. So if you guys want to check that out, you should definitely check that out either on Tapas or any other website that you could find. It is literally called Snow Mountain Monster Princess. But yeah, it's a really cute vibe. So basically they're turning her into us, like, you know, a good person. And that's what they're essentially trying to do, is make her into being accepted in reality because she was given this superpower. So it's really cute. So far, it's very wholesome vibes. I'm sensing a lot of, there's like romance in here. They say drama, but I think it's like slice of life melodrama a little bit, but not as extreme. So if you're looking for like a wholesome type of like manhwa to look at, you should definitely give that a look. But for the YouTube people here, if you're looking at the VOD here at YouTube, I appreciate you for being here. Do not forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. It lets you know when we have a new video for Manhwa Mondays coming up. And if you want to catch us live on the stream to comment with us, go ahead and do twitch.tv/Ms.MatchaBlossom. If you want to just chill with us, if you want to hang out with us homies off the stream, go ahead and catch me on the Discord on my Twitch account, which is !Discord if you guys are looking for. So goodbye, YouTube. I'll see you later. Don't forget to spread peace, love, and happiness. It's only up to you to make every day beautiful. See you chops later. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.